Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. All of you guys joining us for this 2024 eSailing Nations Cup semi-final. This is going to be an exciting one. This is Oscar, your host, and with me tonight is Alberto from World Sailing. Alberto, how are you doing?
Hi, Oscar. Thank you for having me. I'm amazing. I'm really interested to see who is going to be in the final of this Nations Cup 2024.
Yep. Well, we have France on one side, Poland on the other side. France already had multiple gold medals in the eSailing Nations Cup, 2 to be exact, and 1 silver last year, losing against Italy. Poland, on the other hand, have never reached the final, so maybe tonight is going to be their first time ever. They have already reached the semifinals back in 2023. And I just want to welcome everyone in the chat. Mick CNS, Elio, MRC, ça commence quand? Ça commence maintenant. We're going to try to keep the chat in English. And Unut as hi all, nice to see you all over here. 13 seconds to go. 2v2 mixed starways. What can we say about this lineup in this race, Alberto?
So we have a former world champion, Alex Kowalski. That is a really tough one, but he met with Antila Aquila at the World Championship in Stockholm. I believe France have a slighter advantage, but Poland is there to do not leave anything out of it. I believe the end course with the starboat are giving the possibility to fight until the end of the leg.
Right. Well, interesting enough, if we compare these two teams in their previous 2v2 mixed races, whether that's during the knockout stages with the quarterfinals or during the round robin, the advantage actually goes to Poland. So out of their 6 matches, France had only won 2 of their 2v2 mixed races, whereas Poland has won 4. So the French are actually averaging at 5.33 points in the 2v2 and Poland averaging at 4.14. This is also the only race that Poland has won against France in their previous encounter during the round robin stage.
I have to tell you that Poland did a lot of work during this time off for the Christmas time between the quarterfinals and today the night of the semifinals. I spoke with the captain, told me he done more than 170 race in the last month. So
wow.
I believe they're coming prepared. They want to win.
That is some training indeed, and they're going to have to train a lot against France. They are one of the favorites in the competition, trying to get back their gold medal that they lost against Italy last year. Obviously, they still need to qualify to the grand final, and the Polish will do everything they can to prevent them from doing so. At the moment, it's going to be Simos who reaches the first mark first and slowing down, and Alex K is going to try to push Attila Kila a bit further back and try to let his teammate trap Barbie in front of her.
Yeah, it's really tough at the moment for Antila Aquila because she is 2 versus 1, but it is correct for Zaimup to stay a little bit more forward because losing the first position right now should be really dangerous.
Yeah, so it's a 3v3 in team racing. The scoring is going to be a low point scoring system as well. So you just add the position of each member in the team. So for Poland currently it's going to be 5 points, 1 plus 4, and for France it's going to be 5 points as well, 2 plus 3. Winning combination in 3v3 is going to be a 1 and 2 or a 2 and 3. Because if you equal at 5 points, the team who does not have the first place will actually lose. Yeah. As we see over here, Barbie taking the penalty.
Yeah, in this case, though, we are watching for the last one lose because we are on a 2v2 match. So at the moment, the last one lose. So the easiest way to remember what a 2v2 is go for the last. If you have the last, you're going to lose. If you're not having the last, you're going to win. That's why it is one of the best option of team racing. Easy to understand. You do not have to be the last one.
Yeah, and we see an interesting separation here. We see one of the 2 Polish going straight to the mark, followed by Trap Barbie, the French female player. And then all the way on the left over there, it's going to be Antila Kila versus Alex Kowalski. Lazy Vanilla, Vitri Zevsky, nice to see you in the chat as well. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Excited to see this matchup, France versus Poland. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a tight one. I'm sure of that.
Let's see the attack of Antila Aquila now. Back on Alex Kowalski. She is covering him. She's going half a knot faster. If she finds the opportunity to pass on the left-hand side of him and do not cover him exactly like this, so she bear away, she have the speed. Alex Kowalski needs to jibe right now to avoid it to be overlap. Now there is an overlap. And as you can see, Alex Kowalski lost the position. He gave the position to Antila Aquila. And now Poland is 1-3.
1-3 winning combo, but Alex Kowalski is still very close to Antila Aquila. Maybe he prefers chasing a bit during this last half section of this first and only downwind. Lazy Vanilla, Kuku Iska, nice to see you, Chloe. We are good as well. Thank you for asking. And hi, Technoculture from the World Sailing YouTube chat. Greetings from Poland. And we're going to have the mark rounding over here between Zimus and Trap Barbie. Zimus pushing Barbie away.
Interesting.
And none of them
there.
rounding the mark. Both of them are going to wait for their teammates, kind of see what's happening in the back, because if Antila Aquila is trapped, well, if any of them is trapped in fourth place, then you know you're going to lose this matchup. Barbie is going to come back up and help her teammates. Alex, I guess, Antila. As Antila Aquila takes the penalty from Alex. And France back in a 2-3 position, winning combo again. Zimus is in a good position to do an efficient mark trap.
Yeah, and he's starting giving penalty. One penalty given.
One over here to Barbie.
And now it's time to go.
Allowing Antila Aquila to take first place. And that's also going to allow Zimus to take second place. So it's going to be a 1-2 for the Polish, as they're going to soon finish this reaching leg and head over to the last upwind. Obviously, starting the upwind higher up is an advantage, or easier to control the fleets than if you were in the downwind.
As I told you before, having the first position is always important, and that's why Zimu have the opportunity to get in the lead here and get the point over Alex Kowalski. Oh, penalty for Kowalski. And I believe, what do you think? Do you think this is the final call and the first point of this semi-final, Oscar?
I think this is going to be the first point for Poland. It's going to be a repeat of what they already did in the round robin. Poland taking this first round 3-7. Unless something crazy happens, I think the Polish are in a really good position to secure this this first win. Technoculture, how's you going there? Having fun? We're having fun. We're excited to see the rest of this match. Obviously, this is the first round. There's going to be 9 of them tonight. First one to reach 5 wins. And I hope you are having fun as well watching this.
Amazing esports. An amazing event that we're having tonight. The eSailing Nations Cup 2024.
Yep, and we're going to have a busy weekend and next weekend. Tonight is going to be the first semifinal. Tomorrow is going to be the second semifinal. Japan versus Italy. We're going to talk more about that later on. And well, next weekend is going to be the grand and bronze final.
Yep. We're looking forward to that, and I believe this one is the clue of the end of an amazing 2024 season.
Yeah. Technoculture, so team racing is going to be very different than fleet racing. So where in fleet racing you're going to have to sail your race and try to finish as fast as possible. Team racing isn't exactly that. You're going to see a lot more attacks and aggressive maneuvers and taking penalties. So you might see some weird weird plays from time to time, but that's just because it's team racing and not in in fleet racing. Well, first point does go to Poland, 1 and 2. That's 3 points, 3 and 4. That's going to be 7. So we're 1-0 for Poland after this first race.
Yep. And this one was an interesting one. That's exactly the point. For Technoculture, I want to explain better for you, for all the ones that are trying to start to understand the team racing. That is a format that works amazingly in Virtua Regatta, and that makes sense in the moment that you do not think that you're racing by yourself, but you're racing as part of a team. In the moment you're racing part of the team, you need to be helpful for your teammates, and that's what exactly Zimov did. He stopped, he waited, and he was just inside. He was leeward, he was on starboard. He just carried the other one away, give them a penalty, allow Antila Aquila to go inside, and Natalia get the precious position, and she went for a victory in this first match between France and Poland. Few more seconds to go. We have already all the players inside. I am going with the Polish. You are going with the French?
Sure. So on the French side, we're going to have Kul, Xavnice, Alex Kowalski, who we've just seen, and Stéphane Galzin for the French team. And for the Polish team, Alberto,
we have Krzysztof Wariwoda, we have Mieszko Morawski, and I saw before was David Furmanski. And please, Technoculture, tell me if I said it right.
Just want to focus on the Virtua Regatta Twitch as well. A lot of support, well, a lot of congratulations for Team Poland. Some nice maneuvers they did, and they secured this first win. Malorkos showing his support for Poland. Virtuo Verdowski as well. Hen Hanlu, nice to see your first time chatter.
I'm waiting for David to be ready because he's not moving. I do not know if he's able to start, so we are postponing a little bit until he is getting ready, and then we start.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that everyone is in control of their boats. So a little maneuver to say that you can turn around and do things is going to be appreciated. 3v3 Ilka this time, still on the N shape. Ilka, one of the Olympic classes, very effective in the downwind, probably more agile than the Star as well, but a smaller wind shadow than the Star. I see Furmanski moving, so I think we can switch over.
Yeah. Thank you for the good pronunciation, Anna in the chat. Then let's go for race number 2. We have the Ilka now. So boat that is slightly different from the previous one, but also a kind of a downwind boat. So a boat that will show us the best on the downwind leg, and then I'm really curious to see what is going to happen now, because the roster here with Stefan Galzen and Alex Kowalski is on favor of the French as a history, but on the actual player level, I will not say 100% the same.
To be honest, I think a bit of a head-to-head comparison between the two of them.
Yeah.
So previously in the round-robin stages, when France met Poland, it was a win for France, 10-11, so very close. But if you look have a broader view in the overall round-robin stage, you'll see that France have won 4 out of 6 of their matches, whereas Poland has won 5 out of 7 of their encounters. France averaging at 9.67 points, and Poland averaging at 11.86. So it could really go either way.
Okay, thank you, because I was lost during the numbers. I was like,
Foyd 11 warning Pimpy not to jinx it, and Hanlu showing his support for Alex K, and curious about the 5v5 offshore. And Pimpy, congratulating you for your pronunciation, Alberto.
thank you. What we can say from this start, it's really difficult because I do not understand if the data that we are seeing from the graph are correct, because Kułczynski is in the lead, Mieszko, Morawski, and Furmansky in second and third. 2-3-6 is a losing combo, 1-4-5 is a winning combo. So France is in the lead at the moment, but it's still really, really early. And let's see what's happened between Mieszko here and Kułczynski, because before he tacked really close, another really, really close tack here for Kułczynski. Probably he lost the position to try to give a penalty to Furmansky. Let's see if Mieszko can actually give a penalty to Xav and keep the first position.
Yeah, it is still very tight between these two teams. And well, this first mark is going to decide a lot, and then the downwind is also going to decide a lot, as you said earlier. The Ilka performs very well in the downwind. A lot of it is going to be decided on that leg.
Amazing maneuver by Xav.
Yep. Great maneuver by him, managing to get into the mark zone first. Taking first place from Mieszko Morawski is going to be a 1-3-4 currently for the French, 2-5-6 for the Polish. Furmansky is still very close to Stefan Galzin and Alex Kowalski, but Stefan Galzin is purposely slowing down, likely to prepare a mark trap. Let's see how this goes as Kułczynski takes a penalty from Mieszko Morawski. No mark trap by Stefan Galzin.
What do you think? A mistake here?
I don't know. It would have been better to have it would have been better to have a mark trap, but it could have been also very risky. Probably didn't feel confident enough to do it at this point. The French still have the winning combo currently, but Polish are not far behind.
If you have 1-2 and you have 1-3, you're always winning. That's why it's really, really important to have the first position in the 3v3 compared on the 2v2, where the first position is actually almost is worth it only at the end. Nice battle between Mieszko Morawski and Xav. Let's see what is going to happen here, because if there is a penalty here and Xav lose a couple of positions, that could reopen the match, as Stefan Galzin at the moment is in the last position.
Yeah, but last position could be where he wants to be, because with the wind shadow, he can probably slow down the Polish, who are in a position to maybe catch up to Xav, sorry. So if Xav does take a penalty, Stefan Galzin can slow down the opponents behind and try to do his best to make sure that they do not overtake. As we're getting closer to the mark, Alex K slowing down a bit, seeing what's happening behind. And Mieszko is going to be trapped between the two French. As Kułczynski manages to pull a bit away and take the lead, Alex K is going to round the mark. So is Xav. And we have the two French in front over here. Watch out for friendly fire. What's happening behind? Furmansky is not far behind, and Very is battling against Stefan Galzin, who are just rounding this first downwind mark.
I believe the running of the mark of Alex Kowalski, not even a mark trap, because calling a mark trap was not accurate. He didn't trap anybody.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't trap anyone. He was just waiting, seeing if he needed to do a mark trap. But Xav managed to pull away. And well, nothing else. Well, he didn't need to do anything, so it just a normal mark rounding, and they still
so I
have the
believe
1 and 2 position.
the back tied 1-1, and we start from the beginning now. To be fair, Bielsko Morawski at the moment he is trying the desperate move. He's going all the way to the other side, and if a massive left wing shift is happening and he can cross finish first, Poland can still win, but I believe it's really a stretch.
Yeah, if Poland wants to win, they're going to need to put 2 of them in the top 3. And it's going to be pretty tough. Nikosh, 86. Let's go, Frenchies. Fuck Nikosh. Are we seeing him tonight? No, he's not going to sail tonight.
Tonight Nikosh is on the bench.
Yep. If you hear us answer to other chats, that's because we're live on different channels on Twitch, YouTube, for Virtual Regatta and World Sailing, and also on Facebook for Virtual Regatta and Sailing. So if you don't see anything in the chat, it's because we're answering someone else in another chat, but do not worry, we see you everywhere. And Gérald, ici et maintenant, go French team, showing some support again, and it's going to be a French win, 1 and 2 for the French, Mieszko Morawski, just 8 seconds behind Alex Kowalski. 3, 4, 5 for the Polish, and then 6th again for Stéphane Galzin, making it 1-1.
Yep. I believe that one was expected as Oscar tell us with the number before, even if it could be a gun both ways. We saw exactly this kind of event, so a kind of tied up and a couple of maneuvers just changed the whole course of the race. So at the moment we are going to the 4v4 J70. Same course as before, so N-shaped course. 4v4 have a different approach. You could be first and second and still do not win the race, because your teammate could be 7th and 8th. And actually 4v4 with the N-shaped course, this kind of things happens more than you expect. So we will be waiting for the last minute of the last second of the upwind leg to probably see who is going to be winning the event, the race.
And also a different kind of boat. We all saw two boats without any Jenniker speed before, and now the J70 is going to have SB, so there's going to be a choice to be made during the reaching, take it out or not. Usually you do take it out, but we're still waiting for just one French player. That could actually a good transition for us to talk about the roster on the French side. We're going to see full hydrosail, Alex K, Breast Power, and Kriegville.
On the Polish side, we have Bartosz Zlajdowski, Zlajdowin, Krzysztof Wariwoda, Wari 79. We have Korba, and we have David Furmanski. We are still waiting for full hydrosail. We do not have any information from the French team. Full hydrosail
Very
is
Susan.
in. Let's see when he's going to move and be in control of the boat, and we give the start. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everyone. So this one also is an interesting racing area because there is a left wing shift coming. So what do you think will happen in these games?
Not sure. I think most of the teams, obviously, they're gonna look at the shifts and trying to take the best one, but they're also mostly, I think, going to be focusing on their teammates and the opposing team. Because, well, team racing isn't necessarily about going fast, it's about finishing before your opponents. So having the most optimal course isn't necessarily the thing that's going to win you the race, especially if your teammates behind are going to be struggling.
Perfect. And do you have the data from the previous encounter of this format, the 4v4
Yes.
with J70?
So in the round robin previously, France versus Poland was a win for France, 17 points to 19.
Ooh.
So again, very tight. And if you look at the overall, the French have won 3 out of 6 4v4 J70s. The Polish have won 5 out of 7 4v4 J70s. And the French are averaging at 18.17 points, so in average they lose. And the Polish are averaging at 16.86, so in average they win.
So can go the other way like before.
Exactly. So previously France versus Poland, France won, but if you look at the data, not taking this match into account, Poland should be winning.
Big mistake here from Korba that lost like this the first position. He did a really, really horrible tack. And normally in this case, you do a lee bow. You tack underneath the bow of your opponent, not in front of it. So you do not lose that kind of control and do not allow full hydrosail, like in this case, to put you and give you a penalty. Good position for Slido, for Bartosz, that is in the lead, but the rest of the Polish team is struggling a bit to get the top part of the racing.
We're going to see a nice battle here between Full Hydrosail and Barry. The two a bit separated from the rest of the fleets over there. If you focus more on where the other battles are happening, it's pretty bunched up. Ranking does give the advantage to the French, and we do see Sukien PL saying "Fight Poland, fight," and Technoculture also is showing his support for Poland. Go Poland! They can definitely win this, and so far it's pretty tight, even though score does give the edge to France currently.
Yeah, France definitely have an advantage, but Korba is really, really close. And Furmansky and Krzysztof, David and Krzysztof, Furmansky and Varizoda are not that far.
And we see a penalty here
Korba
given on Korba. That was from Alex Kowalski. He's still slowing down, trying to put the penalty on the other Polish. I think that was Furmansky, but Alex Kowalski is going to be the one taking the penalty. Scheidlofin is still in first place. He's going to be chased by 3 French.
Yeah.
We're going to have to watch out not to wind shadow themselves.
At the moment is 20 for the Polish, and they need to have 17. They need to gain 3 more positions. Slido needed to keep that one, and they need to be 3 versus 2. Furmansky, Hydrosail, Korba, Vari, and Kowalski. The group on the back needs to stay close to see what's going to happen.
Yep, Technoculture, who is statistically better. If you look at the stats, previous encounter, it was a French win. But overall, Polish do perform better than the French in this 4v4 J70, averaging at more or less 2 points less than the French, at 16.86 for the Polish. So if you look at it globally, the Polish have the statistical advantage. Is that a word?
Yep. Correct. Let's see if the statistical advantage is also working in this kind of a 1v1.
We do see Scheidler-Finn, who's going to have to shake off both Kriegville and Brest-Power. On the left, though, Brest-Power is soon going to encounter his teammates on the right side of the course, full hydrocell, Alex Kowalski, and the other three Polish, Korba, Formansky, and Vari. And
Formansky
proud
needs to
for
be
him, guys.
smarter, pass behind everybody else, and get to the other side. Like this. Done. So you have a full hydrocell following you. At the moment, Korba is free to sail faster, and full hydrocell is there. Bad mistake from Bartosz Zlajdo, because he lost the whole advantage that he had. He went the wrong direction. Not a good moment for the Polish.
Brest-Power is going to be alone rounding this first mark.
Ooh.
Watch out for the traffic at the mark over here. 3 penalties giving out as they round the mark. 2 on the French,
4.
and now 2 on the Polish. This is a very tight fleet. I don't think I remember seeing such a tight fleet in the previous rounds.
Yeah. And let's see what the Vari is doing now, because Vari is the key for the next.
Let's follow Vari then. Trying to do a mark trap. He does put a penalty on full hydrocell. And on
He does put an and on Kriegville.
Both French slow down. Penalty on Korba, however, and Kriegville is going to have his penalty extended.
Is still on penalty.
The French currently have the 1 and 2, 1 and 3 now, as I said that.
Yeah, but
so
you
they
do not
still
have
the point
the 7 and
advantage, but it's just so close. Yeah, the Polish can definitely push 2 of the French into 7 and 8, and they're almost doing that with full hydrocell and Kriegville.
Not a good night for David Formansky. Another bad mistake that allowed full hydrocell to sail free.
You have never been on the Polish streets. I have not Polish. Sorry, Technoculture is saying you have never been on the Polish streets. I also wanted to mention that France had a bye in the quarterfinals. So this is their first knockout match, whereas this is the second Polish knockout round. The Polish have beaten Sweden 5-4 in the quarterfinals, and a very intense and interesting match that I suggest you go watch back, because it was not decided until the very last race.
And now is everything on the hand of full hydrocell here and Vari, because if he can make Scheidler-Finn catch the position, there is victory France. And Vari left Slido alone and is done for the French.
He's still coming back. They really need to
push but not in the right way.
French, yeah. I think it's going to be a 1 and 2 for the French over there. Brest-Power and Kowalski, I don't see them losing these positions. So the Polish should probably try to focus on hydrocell and Kriegville. Don't forget about Kriegville alone on the left over there.
Yeah.
And Korba decided to cross the finish line. I think he did the correct call. Unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late for the Polish. Kriegville is going to be able to cross the finish line, not in 7th. Full hydrocell taking the penalty as he touches the committee boat. And it's going to be a 1-2. We're going to check the confirmation. 1-2-4-6 for the French. 3-5-7-8 for the Polish. So this is point number 2 for the French, 2-1 in total.
Yep. Congratulations to the French. They did an amazing race here. I can say we saw a couple of bad mistakes from the Polish on the last upwind. If Vari was blocking the tuck to full hydrosail while they were on port, full hydrosail will have a penalty, and the game was done for the Polish. Vari was not able to close the door to full hydrosail, and that one was the game winner for the French.
Yep. And on the World Sailing YouTube, Rafael Windsurfing. Hello for everyone. Hello, Rafael. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a wonderful night. And Technoculture, I'm assuming he wants to say Sacre Bleu.
And now we have the first one that is going out of the canon of a normal team racing. Normal team racing is 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. Here we have also the 5v5 with the offshore race, and later on, an amazing 9v9.
9v9 is going to be something, but first let's focus on this 5v5 offshore racer. As you said, a bit unconventional, very low winds in this one. For a, you would say, pretty short course for the offshore racer. Offshore racer is surprisingly maneuverable though, but it is very long, so it's going to be very technical. Every minute detail is going to count with this boat.
I see everybody's in, and let's go.
Let's go for it. 2-1 for France against Poland. And shall we have a bit of stats?
Yeah, absolutely.
Previously
I'm loving that.
on France versus Poland in the round robin 2024 eSailing Nations Cup, it was a French win again, 24 points to 31. In average, the French scored 23.83, so that is a win. You need to score 27 points or less to win the 5v5. And they have won 5 out of their 6 matches for the 5v5 offshore racer. Comparing it to Poland, they have won 4 out of 7 of their 5v5 and average at 27.14 points, so slightly higher than what you need. So statistically, this time it goes to the French. They have also won their previous encounter. Let's see if the Polish can reverse that and score a second point on their score sheet. And who is going to take the win in the semifinals? I see this poll going up on the World Sailing YouTube channel, France or Poland.
Yeah. Go and vote. I will say that the Polish are actually putting in the roster the La Jefa as a female player. So it's a change of sites that we saw from before, and really happy to see 2 female players in the Polish team racing tonight against France.
And there are some pretty strong players as well. We haven't really gone over the roster. Capitonio, Guinsuluk, Stéphane Galzin, Alex Kowalski, and Alcalea for the French.
Ooh, 2 penalty, 1 for Zajmup, 1 for Stéphane Galzin. If we go instead for the Polish, we have Zajmup, Mieszko Morawski, and Korba that we saw before, but we have Timianek, Jan Timowski, and we have La Jefa, Inga Buibeng that are completing the roster right now.
I'm impressed with your
A
pronunciation.
lot of French penalty.
Yeah.
I study a lot for that. I put myself. Do you know there are like YouTube videos to learn the names of people, right?
Well, we're gonna see this last mark before the downwind. Alex Kowalski trying to slow down, put some mark trap. Doesn't put any penalty on anyone, but he did force Simus to go on the right. It is still very tight. With the offshore racer, the fleets are gonna stay pretty much close to each other throughout the race. We'll we'll see how it goes. Also, very low winds, so you don't really have the opportunity to pull away.
And that's super amazing. We have, I would say, a small victory for Poland at the moment with the points that are over there, but to be honest, it's too early to call.
Yeah. So the what is that red and green number, guys? The red and green circles and numbers that you see around the boats are the rule numbers. So Rule 10, Rule 11, Rule 12, 15, 16, 18, and all of that. And if it's red, that means that you do not have the priority. If it's green, that means that you have the priority. So if there is contact, the boat who does not have the priority will get penalized. And the penalty in this game is going to be a 10-second slowdown, and not the usual 360 that you're used to in sailing.
Yep, absolutely. When you do not have the right of way here, the games put you on in a transparent mode. You can see yourself flashing a little bit like you're not part of the race anymore, and that's the way to show you that you're slowing down for 10 seconds.
And well,
A lot of jibes here.
Yeah, still a pretty tight fleet. Capitonio is the one who reaches the mark first.
So, except of Zajmup, Polish have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Needed to remember though what that one entails.
Well, you need 27. Well, 27.5 is the half mark in the 5v5.
Yeah, so with 27 you win, with 28 you lose.
Yes, and currently it's
2, 3,
looking
4.
like a Polish win, to be fair.
Oh, if they have 2, 3, 4, they do not have they have to be careful to do not have 9 and 10.
Currently they have
any
2,
other
3, 4,
combination.
8, 10. So they need to make sure that Stéphane Gazin stays into this 9th, or better goes into 10th, as he does as I was saying that. Which means that the French need to make sure that the Polish have 9 and 10.
Yeah. But at the moment, Zimup is doing an amazing job.
Looks like Capitone is still gonna be the first one to cross the finish line. Zimup's taking a penalty.
And now it's on La Jefa.
And La Jefa is on the left side over there, and she takes a penalty from Alex Kowalski.
And it's a victory for
and she is going to
France.
take another penalty, but it is indeed, I think, a victory for France with 1, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Congratulations to France. Amazing race. Really, really tight until the last second. Congratulations also to Poland that until the end they were fighting a lot to avoid to have the 9 and 10. Zaido did a really, really good job, but was not enough with an Alex Kowalski coming back and destroying La Jefa, do not allowing them to have anything to do rather than lose a point.
That was again a very close race, 27 to 28.
Totally agree with you. Unbelievable they managed to have the 9 and 10. Yeah, in that moment, La Jefa went to the wrong direction, and Zimup was not strong enough to keep the position. Do not let the other one tuck and keep him there, slowing down as much as you can. You know, this is the kind of things that show you the real level of the French team, and that's why they deserve to be in the semifinals. They are really, really strong, and we are all seeing a really, really tight race between those events. Oh, now we have the 9v9. Are we ready for that?
Well, I am. Are there players?
The players are not. I can see only the top 17.
Yeah, same.
I
We're
believe
missing
one is
one,
missing.
and one of them is not in control. They're far off in the. Okay, no, it's fine. Still 17. It's going to be complicated to see who is missing because we're now with 20 players total on the water, 10 from each team. 9v9 49er is also a very unconventional way of team racing. It's going to look a lot more like fleet racing. Winning combinations and scores are going to be a lot harder to calculate and see what you need to do to make sure that you win the round or to make sure that the opponent loses. But it is still a team race, and as I always say, generally speaking, if you're next to the opponent, try to penalize them. If you're next to a teammate, make sure you do not slow them down and try to help them out. Because if every player in the team does that, it is going to pay off in the end.
We are still missing one player from the French team.
I still see 17, but maybe it's just me.
Yeah. It's we need to
yeah,
have
it's
18.
9v9. It's not
9v9.
10v10. I don't know why it's a 10v10. It's 9v9.
Yeah, but the one who's missing is French. Yeah, now he's in. Jisoo. Okay. If Jisoo moves a little bit to the sail, I believe we can go.
And well, we are going to be using the 9v9, so 49er boat, another Olympic class. Very efficient in the upwind.
Okay, they're moving. Let's go.
Let's go. And this is maybe the first boat where the upwind is going to have a very important role to play rather than the downwind. With the 49er. Goldman Sachs VR, why Black Panther is not playing. I don't know. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes for each team. So each team chooses their who is going to play, and maybe Black Panther was not available tonight, and so they went for Barbie, or maybe don't know. You're going to have to ask the French team or see with her straight away.
Yep.
So,
at the moment, 30 seconds to the start, the race will be, the first part of the race will be everybody try to find the right-hand side of the racing area and stuck on the starboard and stay on the path that is coming from the right. And the most important thing is do not give a penalty to your teammate and give it only to the boat that are not looking like yours. 3, 2, 1, go.
So we do see already a couple of penalties, one on Mournier, one on Korba. Zimusp as well, and Petursinovic is also going to join the pool of players taking the penalties.
Yeah, penalty for Pavel Turksinovic. And at the moment, I can tell you that the France have a slight advantage as the back of the race is all Polish.
Yep. Well, if we compare it to their previous encounter, France versus Poland, and the 9v9 49er, it was 80 points for France and 91 for Poland. So a French win, you need 85.5 win points or less to take the win in the 9v9. The French have won 83% of their 9v9s, whereas the Polish have only won 57%. So a slight advantage for the French again for this one. Averaging at 75 points for the French and 92 points for the Polish, which was more or less the final score between these two teams.
I believe at the moment the race is absolutely tied. I believe there is like 5 points of difference between the two teams. So probably with the slight advantage for the French. I can see
and we're
that
actually
from
on a different course.
Yeah.
You don't get confused when they reach the mark. We were before sailing on the N-shaped course, so the first mark was kept on starboard before the downwind. Now we're back on a simple upwind downwind course, and we're leaving the marks on port. So it's going to be the first mark on port, then a small offset mark, then the downwind, then going back up upwind, and repeat that until a downwind finish. Attila Kila has the lead, followed by Stefan Gelza. Mieszko Morawski in third with
Andrei.
In fourth as Stefan Gazan takes the penalty. Behind is going to be Kul Zavnice, who takes a penalty, and Capitonio, both of them just getting out of their penalties. And it's, I think it might be a slight Polish advantage, top 3 for Polish.
Yeah, but there will be 1 or 2 points for Polish. That is a really, really tough one, because in the last 5 position, there is like 3 French and 2 Polish. In the top 5 position is like 3 Polish and 2 French. So it's really, really close. Really, really close.
We're also going to see a gate at the downwind over here, so they're going to have to choose right or left as they go up. But Attila Kila and Mieszko Morawski are still in the lead with 1 and 2, followed by 4 Frenchmen before the next Polish joins.
And I did not see a good running of the mark. Andrei is not in a good shape. A couple of mistakes here. Impressive race from Antila, Aquila, Natalia. And she is conducting it. There was a reason why she was in the World Championship final.
Yep.
I say slight advantage France at the moment, but we are speaking about 1 or 2 points here, and I will say 87, 82, something like this.
Yeah, well, it's going to be hard for us to get the exact points, obviously, because there's 18 players. But we're basically just eyeballing it if we see more pinks or reds in a certain area in the fleets. Not a lot of penalties I'm seeing on the rankings. So I'm guessing everyone is just more or less sailing their race.
Yep. Because France know that they have the advantage, and the Polish do not understand how big is the advantage of the French. That's the really scary part. Because Antilla there need to do a mark trap, slow them down, Mournier breast power, so Mieszko could catch up a couple of positions.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to.
It's still team race.
It is, but it is kind of hard to know exactly what you need to do because, well, the combinations are so many possible with the 9v9, and so knowing all of them to be able to say, okay, well, we currently have, I don't know, 1, 4, and 6. That means that we need to get out of, I don't know what position. Is going to be hard to to think that way like you usually think in team racing. But what you can see is that there are more reds than pinks at the bottom of the fleet, and that's going to be expensive.
I would say 90 at the moment, like 81, 90, like was before, like in the direct confrontation between the two teams.
Well, it was 80-91 in the previous encounter.
Yeah, something like that.
So we'll see if it's a repeat.
So we have Antilla Aquila getting in the lead, finishing in the first position. Congratulations for Natalia. Second position for 2 French, Breast Power and Mournier. Mieszko Morawski, that pass on the finish line, Stefan Gazen, Turksinovic in sixth, and then I will say that now is more than 100 to 70 rather than 90 to 80, because Andrei lost a lot of position. Before they have 5 players in the top 10, now they have only 4. Team Jan lost also that one. And another point for France. I believe they are 1 point away from the if this one is confirmed, obviously, they're 1 point away from the final.
So it is indeed a French win. It is 100 points sharp for the Polish, meaning that it's 71 points for the French.
What did I say? What did I say?
You're pretty accurate with the predictions.
I'm really, really good at math and on quick sums.
But you're correct. That means that the French only need one more win to qualify for the semifinals. First one to 5. Even if they do reach 5 points, we are going to race all 9.
Yeah.
And we're gonna head to the 3v3 mixed in the J70 again.
Yep. What do they say on the stats for this one?
So I'll show you as the race starts. Because it's on the same sheets and the sheet.
Okay, no worries. So on the roster we have as female player on one side Natalia Priba until Aquila. What about for the French team?
Well, for the French in the 3v3, it's going to be Barbie. As we saw in the first race as well, Acer is doing his first race of the night, the French captain, and Krigville on the French roster.
Perfect. Because I have some information on also the French. Few seconds for the start. So
Rafael windsurfing, MKZ Del Frombork. That's my friend, showing his support to his friend.
Yeah.
And it's not over yet for the Polish. Definitely every race was very close. It was just 1 or 2 mistakes that shifted. So we still have time to catch up. And Nikosh saying one more come on for the French.
Yeah. So we have Tristan, that is Azir, the captain. And then we have Cyril Bouvon. I hope the pronunciation is not that bad. And in the last one we have Barbara Cavin, C-A-V Cavin. I'm not sure how to.
I'll need to see the spelling to correct you, but it looks okay.
C-A-V-Y.
Looks like everyone is in control. Looks like the timer has finished. So race number 6 is a go. 3v3 J70. Back in the N shape. Back with the J70. And if we compare what happened before, it was a French win again, 9 points to 12 in the round robin. The French win 66% of this race, while the Polish win 57% of this race. French averaging at 9.83 points, the Polish averaging at 10.29. It's 10.5, the halfway point.
Yeah.
But with slight advantage to the French.
Yeah.
But as we saw previously, the Polish are more than capable to completely shift that and take the win. 30 seconds to go.
And to be honest, we saw also the opposite. So we saw a lot of opportunities that the Polish had and lost it in a blink of an eye because player like Kowalski, player like Tristan are
kind of like a wild card.
True legend.
Acer, so Tristan, former world champion, finalist in this year's eSailing World Championship in Stockholm, where he met Attila and Kila.
Yeah.
And a French
Where he
captain for
lost
2 years in a
everything
row
in the
now.
last race.
And everything was lost
in the last
with
race.
Alex Kowalski as well.
Yeah.
Both of them had a shot, and unfortunately for them, well, I guess this is just digging the the wound a bit deeper.
Yeah, no, they're going to win, so we can we can dig it.
So you think this is a French win for this one? Currently, it is 3 Polish
No.
carts.
I want to jinx the French a little bit more, so we have 9 interesting races. Because at the moment we have a victory for Poland, actually.
Yep, we have well, apart from Kriegville, all the Polish are in front of the French, but that means that they're going to have to defend on the downwind. So since we're back on the end shape over here, it's going to be a mark that you leave on starboard, so on your right side.
And to be honest, if I am the person in charge of the strategy for the Polish team, the fourth do a mark trap to keep Azir and Barbie in the back, and Jlaido and Antila trying to get the first and do 1-2 or 1-3.
Yeah. Well, even if they don't get first, as long as if they have 2-3, if they keep the 4, then it's fine. Kriegville was the first to round the mark. He puts a mark trap on Shiloh Finn. He's going to try to attack. Formansky misses, and Formansky is going to be able to pass in front. And could that be a 1-2-3 for the Polish?
It is, but it depends everything on Antila Aquila now, because she has the lead, and we need to understand if Jlaido, if Bartosz is doing something good as a mark trap over here. He
Shiloh
has
is going to attack Acer. Acer takes the penalty. Kriegville might take it as well. He does. That is some nice move for Shiloh Finn, putting 2 penalties on the French, leaving his 2 teammates, Formansky and Attila, in a 1 and 2 position. He's going to stay behind to try to slow them down. But Acer is going to come up and attack him, putting the penalty on Shiloh Finn. Is Antila within reach of the wind shadow? Looks like she is. Currently slowed
she's
down.
going half an hour slower.
But Barbie is also being slowed down by Kriegville, I think.
Yeah. But Kriegville is still covering Antila.
Yeah, so Kriegville is going to focus on Attila. Barbie is going to go on the right. Maybe she can try to catch up on Formansky. Shiloh Finn behind does not have a wind shadow on Barbie. Acer is making sure that his wind shadow doesn't slow down Barbie too much either.
I would say right now Kriegville lost the opportunity for closing the match, because now Antila is not covered anymore, and she free herself a little bit in a good way. She's not completely free, but she's still 60 meters ahead of Barbie. So right now she's being covered again, and finally Kriegville managed to put himself in the cover of Antila, and she's tackling her really, really strongly. Jlaido needed to stick with Azir a little bit more.
Yeah, we saw Azir maneuvering, trying to get away from Kriegville because he was slowing him down a bit. Formansky is alone at the mark over here. Barbie is going to try to help out Kriegville with Antila Kila. Currently, as it stands, it is a Polish victory with 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Doesn't matter if Shiloh Finn ends up 6th. Yeah. It is a win for them, so they just need to keep that 1 and 2 position, or worst case 1 and 3. Meaning that Kriegville and Barbie have some work to do to put Attila and Kila in 4th.
Yeah, but it's too late now. It's too late. It's an upwind leg, the last part. If there is not a massive wind shift that is changing everything. and it mean everything. I believe the match is Polish.
Looks like it. Let's not jinx it, but the French are gonna separate, which is what you should do if you're in a losing position, trying to try your luck on one position, one side of the course. Hopefully, try to get something that the others did not see. But Romansky is coming back down to try to cover Krigville, try to slow him down a bit more. And Chilankila could still have some
It is an
things to say to
interesting move
Barbie.
because there is a massive left twin shift coming.
Yeah.
They just need to stay closer with their direct opponent.
Yeah, and Barbie
They need
decided
to
to
keep
attack,
the
and
start.
Chilankila is not following, so she left.
Yeah, she should follow. Yeah, like this, exactly. You stay in the middle. You stay between the opponent and the mark. I believe even if Barbie gets the second position, still Antila with the third, she is still giving the victory to the Polish.
Yeah. I think it is going to be a Polish win. They should at least have the 1 and 2. Or sorry, the 1 and 3.
Oh, this is interesting though, because Barbie could be finishing first.
And if she finishes first,
And
they need to get away from the number 6.
Yeah.
And Barbie is going to take
Unbelievable.
first place. 2 and 3 for the Polish, and doesn't look like Shidlo Finn is going to be able to get out of that 6th place, because Krigville has just crossed the line and Acer is approaching and crossing it now. So it is a 1-4-5 for the French, 2-3-6 for the Polish, meaning that this is a French win.
It's incredible, my friend. They needed to stay in front of their opponent and stick with that. Another major mistake from the Polish, and they cost them the third victory that they have, and they lost it in the last seconds.
Raf, windsurfing, I have to go. Bye for everyone. Nice to see you in the chat. Hope you have a lovely night. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. At the moment, I want to say congratulations to France.
Yep, they are qualified for the final, the grand final, and they're going to play against the winner of Italy versus Japan, which is also going to be a very interesting match. But tonight is not finished yet. We still have 3 races to go. Next up is the 4v4 F50. Yep. Alexandre Gouin, GG les Bleus. You did it, congrats. From Unet Easy. Okay, guys, can we get serious now? Nikosh, congratulating Barbie, well played.
Yeah, I share some of the disappointment regarding the Polish, really. Because the frustration from the Polish, because a lot of the races were almost won, and they lost it for small details that they found themselves really costly. Few seconds to go for the last race, for the 44 F50. And guys, now it's time to say not who is going to win, but how much France is going to win. What's your prediction, Oscar, about that? Because now we cannot jinx anyone.
Well, first off, let me switch to the race course so that you can follow the race. The F50 is, I think, one of the stronger boats for the French team.
Yeah.
They have won 83% of their F50 races, so they have just lost once in the F50. But to be fair, the Polish also won 5 out of 7 of the F50. But so you need 18 points to win. The French average at 12 points, 12.67. and the Polish average at 20.29. So there's like
Wow.
an 8-point average difference between the two teams. So
Yeah, I'm
statistically,
going
it
to
is,
say that
yeah.
statistically the French are going to win. Do you think they will put still the same effort as um, because they won?
Well, I mean, let's
So
look at the
probably
fleet. You
they
have
could be more
Acer,
relaxed.
Full Hydrocell, Kulkzev, Nice, Mournier, and these players are known to want to win every time, even if they already won. So they're definitely not going to play differently than if the victory was still on the line. Team Allez la France, Alexandre Gouin predicting a 7-2 for the French. And, well, it wasn't really looking at the start, but looks like a solid start from the French. Mournier and Acer
Uh,
taking top
uh,
spots.
but they have a cool Xavier and full hydros Andre in the last two position almost.
Let's see how
So
this turns out. It is a 4v4, so if you have 1 and 2, you need to get away from the 7 and 8.
yeah,
Which is what they currently have. And with the F50, well, this is a very fast boat, and you also see quite a bit of a difference with the course. It's a reaching start, as we just saw, and then it's going to be upwind, downwind, reaching finish. And you have the boundaries, so it's going to be a tighter space to do your maneuvers. And it's also one of the fastest boats, the F50, so any mistake can mean that you will be caught up pretty quickly.
so I believe the French are not like relaxed at the moment. They want an 8-1, and now the question is they're going to have it or not, the 8-1.
Yeah, they definitely want the 8-1. Well, even if in the previous matches, France was a team with the most amount of decisive wins, and even if they already had the win every time with the F50, they made sure that they wanted to also get the win over there. And watch out for the penalties.
For the
Scheidler
boundary
Finn,
penalties.
yeah, the boundary penalty. Scheidler Finn going slightly too far out. Unnecessary
I believe
slowdown for him.
Mournier and Tristan. Now Tristan is also coming back. He felt that Xavier and Andre are not good enough to.
Yeah, I think Acer really likes his F50 because every time we see the French win, well, he's always the one consistently sailing at the F50. I think full hydrosail as well.
Yeah,
But Acer is also always the guy on the last downwind who's going to put 3 penalties on the team and at the last moment put a 1-2-3 for the French or something
yeah.
like that. Mournier is 400 meters away, so if he sails correctly, he shouldn't be bothered too much by what's happening behind. Tim Janik is not too far behind Kulkzev Nice. So with the middle fleet over here, everything can still change.
Yeah.
Oh, is Mournier coming back? He is.
Yeah, he says, it doesn't matter. We already won. Mournier in the lead, second position for La Jefa. Third position for Tristan. Do you think La Jefa can get the first position? And then maybe
It is a possibility. It's not going to be
if
easy,
if La
but
Jefa is first, they just need a fourth and 6 and 7. They just need one position more. That I don't think is that crazy. if Lahefa give just a couple of penalties here.
And she's making
but
sure that she
the
pushed
opponent
Mounier far
are
away, but by
wise.
doing that, she slowed down a bit too much, allowing Acer and full hydrocell to get in the mix again. Mounier also managing to sail past, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 for the French currently.
Yeah.
And well, it's always very hard to overtake on this last reaching, so unless she can put a penalty on at the mark somewhere somehow.
No.
But I think this is another French win with a 1-2-3.
Yeah.
And maybe 7. Actually, maybe
Maybe
6.
6. And
1-2-3-6.
the Polish, yeah, the Polish knows that they lost. And they do not put a lot of effort in this one, I believe.
Yeah, well, they know the competition is now over for them. It is the knockout stage. So means that they're out of the competition now with this 5 points for the French. Now 6.
Yep. I believe for the 8-1.
You think 8-1?
Yeah.
Well, next up,
They
this is going to
really
be
lost
the first
5v5
time
Ilka.
first time that we see the French racing the 5v5 Ilka, because they did not have a quarterfinals. The Polish did win their previous 5v5 Ilka and 3v3 F50. But we'll see how it goes. Currently 6-1 for France against Poland. So as we said, it is a French win. Nothing is going to change that.
10 in, I would say let's go.
And Pimpy Polish team plays with women. Super. Oh, I see Black Panther in the chat as well. Nice to see you there. And so 5v5 Ilka still on the end shape. Well, back on the end shape now. 5v5, as you said, not very conventional in the team racing. But Ilka, we've seen this boat several times already. We know that it is proficient in the downwind, very agile, and well, Olympic class, as we all know. Formerly known as the Laser.
Yep. I believe 17 seconds to the start. I see the French in a slightly better position. Risking here a little bit on the mark with Jinsu. 3, 2, 1, go. Definitely. Couple of penalties for the French that put them in the lowest part. Penalty
We saw
for
2 of them taking
Moravsky.
penalties. Zevnice and Gansuruk. Also saw 1 penalty from the Polish Misko Moravsky. Well, still going to be very
problem
tight.
is a right wing shift is coming, so Crickville is going to get the lead. Jinsuluk is going to definitely bring a better position. It will be, I will say 1-3 French. Ooh, big mistake from Crickville. That's exactly he tuck in front of Zainmup, and he get a penalty because he tuck really too close. You should have done a Libao attacking in front, and not in front of the bow, but a little bit lower than that. So he gives still dirty wind, but do not risk to get a penalty. Mornier here trying to get the first position from Korba and Vari. Korba doing less tacks in the hope of keeping the first position. Christoph Varizoda in following Mornier just to stay close with him and try to give him a penalty. Zaimup at the moment is in a great position, and probably he will be in the top 4, crossing in front also to the former world champions Tristan Pearl, aka Azir.
Would be a second win for the Polish. I don't want to jinx it, but I do want to see it.
Yep.
As I said, the Polish already had the opportunity to practice this 5v5 against Sweden just before New Year and the Christmas holidays. That also means that the French has had enough time to practice if they wanted to, but looks like it's going to be very close between Very and Mornier over here. Mornier slowing down but not putting any penalty for bark traps, and a friendly fire between the two Polish, Very and Korba. And this is going to be a tense at the front over here between these two boats. Yep.
Penalty for Korba.
Penalty indeed for Korba over here. Mornier takes the first place. Very decides to go on the left, Mornier on the right. Mornier is going to be chased by, who's that behind him? Is that Simosp? It is.
Yeah. But behind Zimus there is Jinsu, so, you know. Typical 5v5 race.
It is still fairly tight.
Yeah. Did the Polish win the previous one? Or they lost this against Sweden?
They won against Sweden. The two last ones, they won against Sweden. Poland.
Yes, true. Remember, 1-2-5 is the winning combo. So at the moment, the winning combo for the 1-2-4? 1-2-4 is the winning combo for the 5v5. No, 1-2-5, 1-2-5. But at the moment, Zimos is a little bit covered from Kvil. Oh, he get a penalty. Give him a penalty at the last second. He give a penalty 16. But on the other side, Korba is losing his good second position.
Yeah, back down to 5th for Korba, being chased by two Frenchmen, Asser and Mornier. And Gain-sur-Luc at front is going to put pressure on Very. So we might see a shift over here. Let's focus on the two boats arriving at the bottom mark number 3. Overlapped at the mark. Gain-sur-Luc did reach it first, but there was the overlap. Decides to pull away and leave space to Very to take first place behind. Kvil takes a penalty and Korba as well.
Even Miecko-Morawski.
And Miecko-Morawski also taking the penalty over here. 6,
let's see.
12, 17,
combo is for the
French
at the moment.
Yeah, 27 for the French.
Yeah, 28 for the Polish.
Yeah, and well, 27 or less wins. Was that friendly fire again?
No, it was...
or was it Gain-sur-Luc?
Yeah. Vari is putting himself in a really, really dangerous position there.
Very close to Bien-sur-Luc.
It's dangerous because he may be losing the first one. He should be attacking by now.
Probably thought that Bien-sur-Luc was worth the effort of pushing him away.
Yeah, but the rest of the fleet behind is pink.
Well, they do
It's
have
not
Zimus.
red.
Yeah, they do have Zimus in third.
Yeah, but except him, all the rest is pink.
Yeah, exactly. Behind Zimus is going to be 4, 5, 6 for the French Ligue with Monnier and Acer.
So if they do like this, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 is a victory for Poland. But they have to finish like this.
1, 2, 7, 8,
with
9
the
is
right
winning.
wing shift, yeah, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 is winning. 1, 3, 7, 8, 9 is losing.
Okay, yeah, so it's really just the one position that changes everything.
And as you can see, there is a left wing shift that is becoming a right wing shift. Another French victory here. Look how fast is coming Krikvir. No, sorry. Jinsu? Yeah, Jinsu. Jinsu will be first. Then probably Zimus. And then all the rest of the French. So.
Apart from Zevna is currently in 9th behind 2 Polish boats. It's going to be hard for him to take extra positions, but it does look like a French victory if we snapshot this.
There will be 1, 3, 4, 5 kind of victory.
French are going very high here with Acer and Krigville.
Oh, look at the Polish.
Away.
Mornier.
Zimus putting the penalty on Mormier, taking back second place, maybe? Because this looks like Acer managed to sneak in. We'll get the confirmation when we get the scoreboard.
Yeah.
That is a very close finish between these 4 boats, Acer, Krigville, Zimus, and Vari. And it is a 1-2-3 for the French. Look at that between Krigville, Zimus, and Very. Krigville arriving at plus 9.7 seconds. Zimus and Very then not plus 9.9 seconds. 0.2 of a second difference.
Yeah, exactly as I predicted. Today I'm not making a mistake.
So it is 22 points for the French, 33 for the Polish, making it a 7-1.
Yeah. So
and we're
I'm
heading
getting
over
it
to
right
the last
with
race.
an 8 wind. The last one is a 3v3 F50. F50 is one of the preferred boats for the French. With the best team possible, they have Tristan full hydrosail, André Lemo, and breast power. With against Jan Timianek, Bartosz Zlajdlofin, and but we're missing the last one. That is Antilapia.
La brique 26-20, bien joué. It is well played by the French, currently 7-1. I do think it's going to be an 8-1. I tend to agree with you that the F50, the French have a very strong lineup and they like this boat quite a lot.
Well, yeah, when Antilla will be back in control of the boat, we are going to start. The last race of the night.
Last race of the night. Tomorrow is going to be Japan versus Italy for the second semi-final. That's going to be a very interesting match.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Are you maybe wait a few seconds for her to join back the
Yeah. Totally agree. And so tomorrow I'm saying the Italian names. You need to learn the
Japanese.
Japanese.
Are you nervous tomorrow? For tomorrow?
No. Why nervous? I'm not playing.
Obviously, I'm asking Alberto why he's nervous because he is Italian. So, and he was also formerly in the Italian team.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see them fighting against the Japanese. I really hope to see a 5-4 kind of race tomorrow night.
Yeah, same. Pimpy, don't jinx Oscar. It's fine if I'm jinxing the French. Right? I'm saying that the French will win. So if I jinx it, then I'm happy with that. A last opportunity for the Polish to put a second point on the scoreboard, or opportunity for the French to just prove that they mean business and they want and deserve and should be feared for the grand final.
Yeah.
That's 15 seconds to go. Boats are going to start to pick up speed soon. You see them start very far from the start line just to make sure that they reach the start line at maximum speed. As you probably know, it is very important to get a good start, a good reaching mark, and a good first downwind gate. And that was a bad start by Acer and Full Hydroso, and good play by Shiloh Finn.
Yeah.
Putting Shiloh Finn, Attila Kila in first and second place. And now will they manage to keep this position for the remainder of the race? Again, F50 is a very fast boat, so the slightest mistake is gonna think, yeah, but Acer and Full Hydroso, which is probably well, burst power as well actually. But you know, dangerous players are behind in the F50, so well, well, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be on the shifts. It's gonna be on the when you decide to tack and how you tack. It's gonna be the details that make the difference right now. If the French manage to catch up, if the Polish manage to sail nicely and fast.
To be honest, if I'm in the condition of the Polish, I will leave Slidlo in the back of the race, trying to give some penalties and allow Antila and Jan to be first and second. So in the case, because we saw Slidlo with problems of lags and other issues, so if he has like disconnectivity or problems with the iPad, I will leave him behind so I do not lose the best position, kind of thing. And a couple of penalty here could be fun to see, because at the moment 1, 2, 3 for the Polish.
Yeah, but that is good to see. To put the French in this kind of position in the F50 race for 3v3.
Yeah, but look here, Tristan. Look here, Tristan. Look, Tristan. He gives like 3 penalties now. One here.
And takes a second penalty, and takes the penalty afterwards.
And look,
well
Timianic,
defended.
Another penalty. He get the first position.
It was well defended by Shiloh Finn. Timianic did take the penalty, manages to escape, and Shiloh Finn is going to attack Acer, put the penalty on him. But that puts Breast Power in first place.
Yeah. And now Breast Power can do a mark trap. They were 1, 2, 3. Look how much they lost. It's incredible. When you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 run away, the third one stay behind and give penalties. Because you risk this kind of opportunities given to the French. The French Breast Power in this moment, they do not take any advantage on it. Actually, they.
Yeah, well, he took the penalty, and now it's again going to be a 1, 2, 3 for the Polish. Will the French manage to repeat again for this last downwind? Because after this upwind, it's going to be 1 downwind and 1 reaching finish. So the Polish just need to hold on a little bit longer to defend their position. The French need to attack and be aggressive. Try to get the position. Obviously, when you're coming from behind, it's going to be harder to catch up. but they did put Tim Janik into 4th now. And Shiloh Finn is coming back down.
He's in 3rd at the moment. Yeah, because it's calculating the right wind shift that is coming.
Yeah.
So probably we'll see also Tim Janik going straight to the top position soon.
And we see red pink in the ranking.
Yeah. Tim Janik definitely went too long, but at least
but he did manage to overtake at the end Crab Breast Power, so not losing too many position. Tilan Kila is, I thought she was going to attack Acer. She is not.
She is smart.
And looks like as this race is happening, our viewers over here are opening some races. And in Retrograde Shore, so if you want to go practice your team racing skills and meet the community, try to race with them, you can. Just open the game. And we'll ask for the passwords if they're asking for passwords. But currently 1 and 2 for the Polish. That's a winning combo. 3 for Breast Power. Shiloh Finn behind in 5th.
Congratulations to the Polish for the 2nd point.
Was correct in his prediction.
Well done, Alexander. If we can go back and give a consideration, Polish give 3 races away, like they almost did this one, but without catching it back. There was a possibility for Polish, as a real possibility. So the 7-2 do not respect, do not show what we see in the water. We didn't see a lot of the. We see a lot of more mistakes, and that they lead on the defeat that we saw tonight. But I want to say, I'm proud to the Polish. They fight really, really well against French, and I'm sorry the result did not show it in a proper manner.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree. 3 of these races could have gone very differently, and if you had 3 points and removed, well, to the Polish and removed these 3 points to the French, that's a Polish victory. But very well played by both
but
teams.
We saw the 3 races. The 3 races we saw them where the Polish were in the lead and they lost the lead. So it's not like if they won 3 more races. We saw the races, they were there, they have the opportunity. Next year, hopefully.
Yep, next year
again with.
Yeah, well, I guess this is the end of this semi-final. France 7 points, Poland 2 points. Victory by the French, who are going to go into the grand final. Well, as you said, congratulations to both teams. It was some tight fights. Poland, as you explained, were close several times. And well, next up is going to be Italy versus Japan, and that is tomorrow at 8 p.m. UTC, so same time. Tomorrow night. Italy is the defending champion. Japan has always been like the how would you say that? Like the team, I guess, that most of the teams are the most afraid of. Even if they never reach the finals, they are like a very strong team, and they keep getting better year after year after year. So there is going to be one year where they're just going to be there and win, and well, this year could be the one. I guess it's time for us to wrap it up. Thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Technoculture, to you two for being there. Nikosh, Pimpi, Black Panther, Unut, Gérald, Ici et Maintenant, and all of the others, Alexandre Gouin, Goldman Sachs, and I'm not going to name everyone in the chat, but all of you who were there watching, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. This was Oscar, your host. Alberto, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, see you tomorrow. Italy versus Japan. Don't miss that.
Bye.